Good morning. This is Wayne Parks. Just want to share with you guys a few things about my life. And I'm a happy going guy. I love sports. Love my family. I love family life. I love God. January 24th, 2019 changed my life. Actually, I believed in God, but I realized how strong I believed in Him after what the situation I went through. I'm saying this and telling this to hopefully help somebody that's going through something in life. Uh, January 24th, 2019, I was at the doctor's office. I passed out. All right. When I came to, they called the ambulance to pick me up. On the way to the hospital, I flatlined. I definitely believe in God because while I was flatlined, I could see myself, but I didn't feel like I was laying on the gurney. But with the grace of God, they brought me back. I felt like it's a purpose that I should be here. So I'm sharing this information with people that maybe been like I was before this happened, afraid to go to the doctors, afraid to get checked out, always thinking the worst instead of believing it and trusting in God. I was just my own mindset was just bombarded with a lot of fear, which is not of God. Uh, but to make a long story short, I went in the hospital. Uh, and when I passed out, I hit my head on something, cut the back of my head, took a CAT scan, nothing wrong. They checked me out, went through my heart, didn't find any blockages or anything. Uh, I went through several tests, and they just show you how good God is. I have a praying family, and I understand, and a lot of people prayed for me that knew. But I want people to understand that it's always somebody worse off than you. Don't feel sorry for yourself or feel pitiful. But anyway, back to the story. As I was getting checked out, they checked my heart. They checked a lot of things. They checked no blockages anywhere. Okay, but once they finished, I realized that God was giving me another chance to do some things that I need to do. He wasn't through with me yet, and I mean, I don't walk around in fear. I don't, understand. If you really trust in God, things will be okay. You can't make them be what you want them to be. They have to be how God, through God's will, in my opinion. But I think that's fact. But it depends on how everyone thinks. But anyway, when they checked out all my heart, couldn't find any blockages. The doctors were freaking out. They couldn't believe, you know, that what happened to me was not caused by any blockages. But I'm gonna tell you what caused it, and they figured it out. It's something that you've heard a lot about. It's called AFib. Okay, AFib is something that you really can't diagnose, but unless you go regularly to the doctor in the hospital, and it's something that can be create sudden death if not treated. But I had I had a catheterization. I had different procedures done. One of them is called a cardiodiversion, where they shock your heart and make it goes back into rhythm. I had to have two of those before I actually started to get better. Went through some things like that. Had a catheterization done, a lot of things. But I realized in the end, it's God that put His hands on the physicians to make sure they take care of us, or do all they can do. So trust in God, and you'll be fine. But I understand that a lot of people don't think that way. But I always know the name of my presentation is "Be Grateful." I'm very grateful, and what I've learned is, even though whatever you go through, I always know there's somebody that's worse off than you. Believe it or not, it's somebody that's worse off than you are. No matter what you're going through, don't get to the point where you're feeling sorry for yourself. I mean, some things are natural. We only in the control of so many things, but I do realize staying in the Word and understanding and believing in that, you can overcome a lot of your feelings and emotions. But it's always somebody worse off than you. Believe it or not, that's a true statement. It's no matter what your situation is, it's somebody that's worse off than you. That should keep you going. if anything. You can't think that you're the only one that something has happened to. You can't think that way. Some things that happen to people, I mean, it puts them in real bad situations. If you think your situation is bad, just see what somebody else is going through. It'll change your mind. But anyway, another thing about me, I have a beautiful family and wife. Been married 40 years. I have three grown kids. All three of them have college degrees. I don't take the credit for that. I give them the credit for the hard work they put in to get the things done that they need. But I did teach them a lot of things about hard work. I think that comes from what they see when they're growing up, what their parents doing, working hard, earning a living, doing the best they can to make things work. And a lot of times people think that things are just about monetary wealth. I think wealth is having a sound mind, sound health, a lot of other things, happiness. Sometimes you can have a lot of money, you still don't be happy. So that's why I know that to stay grounded, you have to understand that you got to be grateful just for waking up and getting God's grace. You can't compare, some people this, some people that. Just look at your situation. Because what happens is you try to live for other people, and before you know it, your life is gone, and you haven't lived your life. You live everything for everybody else. So you got to be careful on how you do that. In my opinion, it's just it takes somebody strong to understand. You got to be who you are. Find out who you are, and go from there. Well, I plan on posting videos. Sometimes they may be funny or lighthearted, or I don't speak a lot of gloom and doom. I understand that things happen, but I understand also that if you really believe you're going to be all right, in the end, you're going to be okay. Because I realize that no matter what, God has provided everything we need and more than we need. Sometimes we just put our faith in money or man. You can't do that because man will let you down all the time. But anyway, that's just a short story, and hopefully if you like what I'm saying and like my channel, there'll be more videos to come. Just subscribe, and hope you enjoy it. Hope I said something to help somebody today. Be blessed. Have a blessed day.